Pettis looked good, and he's been working on his wrestling 100%. But he gave his back up a couple times. I was very worried,
dude. I'm telling you, like.
But 45.
I try not to be biased. Yeah, I try not to be biased, dude. There's two people. I was like, God dang, I hope they win. Paige Vanzant.
Yeah.
And Anthony Pettis.
That jumping roundhouse kick. Woo!
That karate. You talking about the karate kid?
That was
talking about the karate kid to the face. And Beck's tough as nails. But this is and I guess the reason why I root for him so hard. And granted, Pettis, I know he's my boy. I love Pettis, man, and he needed to win so fucking bad. Paige, I don't really know, met her once. Lovely girl, brilliant. The sport needs her, especially that weight class. But to come off, remember, she went on Dance with the Stars, finished second in that competition. But prior to that, she lost the fight to Rose. Not only did she lose, she got her ass whooped.
Yes.
Grant showed her toughness. We like to see that. She didn't look good at all. She got mollywopped.
Yeah.
Then she goes on Dance with the Stars. So now you have fighter jealousy. You can see people going, why is she ranked? She shouldn't even be there. I don't get how she's a celebrity. Whoa. I get it. You wish you were her. It's a big issue because she didn't perform. She came off a loss. Goes on Dance Star. Her star power gets even bigger, right? Cute little girl, tough as nails. Now people are going, I don't think she wants to fight. She wants to be a celebrity. Look at her dancing. She's not training, blah, blah, blah. Granted, that's a different kind of stamina. You know that dancing's a fucking monster, especially that ballroom dancing.
Oh, yeah.
The commitment, all that. So it's a different type of animal. So she's committed to that for however long is 3 months. Then she goes back to training. She goes, no, all I care about is fighting. People go, yeah, right. Then they go, okay, here's fucking Rowdy back on a Fox card. You're like, oh my God, this girl needs to win. Not only did she win, but she Lyoto Machida'd her in the face to win.
That was a straight up Lyoto
like
Machida.
The pressure.
Shot.
Dude, the pressure that she must have been under. Yeah. You lose that fight and you get to the back line. You're the cute celebrity that wants to try this.
Yeah.
You're basically CM Punk with 6 fights.
That's right.
Of girls.
But that was a hell of a. I mean, she was so happy.
Dude, I was so happy for her. Just because I get it, man. When you have that pressure, it's just so insane. Yeah. So insane. And then with Pettis, dude, I've been there. When I lost to Nogueira and Rothwell back to back. Then at the time, you know, it was a different day. The UFC was cutting people if you fucking sneezed wrong or looked at Joe Silva the wrong way. Yeah. So they're cutting him like, fuck, man, what's going on? And then you get LeVar Johnson.
Oof.
And just
knocking dudes out in the first round just with mule kick hands.
And just guzzling fucking
steroids.
Guzzling.
Didn't you say
horse semen.
Didn't you say to Dana, didn't you go, you know he's on steroids.
At weigh-ins. Right? Yeah. I said to everyone, we all know he's on steroids, correct? And everyone started, like, no one said anything. My coach started laughing. Go, Brendan. We're all aware he's on, right in front of everyone. We're all aware he's on steroids, correct? And then he walked off and blah, blah, blah. But that fight was the pressure you're under. And remember, I wasn't as big as a star as Pettis, not even close. You're talking about champ, the guy
Wheaties.
WEC champ, UFC champ, Wheaties box. And he goes on the Wheatie box and goes on a fucking losing streak. Granted, he's lost some of the best in the world, but goes on a terrible losing streak. Yeah. So he lost 3 in a row.
Fought a monster.
Now you have this monster in Charles Oliveira.
Wrestler.
Oh, man. No, Charles is a stand-up guy, black belt in jiu-jitsu. Not really a wrestler.
Oh, really?
No. Great stand-up.
Good takedowns, though. I mean, he kept going.
Great stand-up, great on the ground jiu-jitsu, very dangerous.
Strong.
New weight class, 145. I thought, man, I don't know what's next for Pettis. I'm so glad he got that win.
Is that weight cut for him tough?
Boy, his cardio was tough in that second round.
Is that from the weight loss?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. Just being dehydrated and all that?
Yeah, with no IV too. I don't know who they toss him next, but if they toss him a grappler, that's at 145. It's tough.
He's working his grappling a lot, though. It looks like. I mean, his takedown defense.
Again, when people go, he's working his grappler. He brought a wrestling coach. Okay, but you're in the top 5. That doesn't. It doesn't compute. It doesn't work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you have your skill set. You can get better and recognize things and come up with certain moves that will counter of some of what they do. But when it's their bread and butter and it's their nature to take your ass down, you're going down.
You're going down.
It's just what they do.
Well, what do you? I do though think that Pettis, because of his athleticism, because of his strength, his size at that weight class, I think he's
not that big.
Yeah, I think though he's definitely in the top 5. I can see him.
He just beat number 7, so maybe they have him at 6 or 5. Have they done the ratings yet?
Humor me on this question.
Hey, give us the top 5 at 145, please.
Humor me on this question. Pettis, McGregor. Are you intrigued with a fight like that?
Yeah, I'd love that fight. McGregor's not making 45 though.
He's just not.
You do a super fight at 55, but again, that's not on the table for anyone. And I think Dana came out today and was like, McGregor has a decision to make. He's either fighting 45 at Aldo or Eddie Alvarez at 55. Those are the fights. There's nothing else. There's no trilogy. There's no what you got?
The top 5 at featherweight are Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway, Ricardo Lamas, Cub Swanson.
I'll still put Pettis up with Cub Swanson, as great as he is. I'll put him up with.
That's a great fight.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of guys.
That's the fight.
Yeah,
that's the next fight.
That's a good fight.
Cub versus Pettis is your next fight.
I'm putting my money on Pettis.
I have him favored 3 out of those 5.
Yeah, I do too. I like him.
Lamas is a tough fight for him. Swanson, I like him in. What's the other one?
Frankie's going to wrestle the shit out of him.
Frankie and Aldo are tough. And who else did you have?
Max Holloway.
That's a good fight there.
That's a great fight. I'd love to see that fight.
Holloway Pettis. And you know what? Holloway needs like that. He's won 9 in a row? 7 in a row? 8 in a row?
I think it's 9.
It's either he's won 9 in a row. He deserves a title shot. They might give it to him next, especially if Condit doesn't come to 45. Max Holloway versus Aldo is your 100% your next fight. But if you want to build Max Holloway's star just because they want it a little bigger, is why he hasn't got a title fight, you give him Anthony Pettis and make it a main event on Fox or Fox Sports 1.
Yeah, it's 9 in a row.
Wow.
9 in a row. He's beat Lamas, Jeremy Stevens, Charles Oliveira, Cub Swanson, Cole Miller.
Oh, my God.
Andre Fili.
His last loss was to Conor McGregor in decision.
Yeah.
If Conor fights him, that's a tough fucking fight now.
Yeah.
It's 2 different fighters.
Yeah.
Great fight. But Max Holloway versus Aldo is what it should be, especially if Conor to come down. But you go Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis, which people would say, Anthony needs to wait in line. Not really, man. You're talking about the 155 champ, Wheatie box cover, just beat the number 7 guy in the world, new weight class. He can jump up with Max Holloway. And honestly, Max needs that. What else are you going to give Max? Frankie, I guess? Well, Frankie just lost. Max has won 9 in a row. Give the kid a fucking title shot and do it in Hawaii. You're going to fight. Where's the fight this weekend's in fucking Bangladesh or some shit? Why not go to Hawaii? The fuck? Yeah, they got Barnett versus Arlovsky in fucking Syria this weekend or some shit. Hey, go to Hawaii. When Brian Callen bets on Carlos Condit, because I hear him go, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Now, people go, well, remember, Carlos, he lost that razor-sharp decision to Robbie Lawler. Fuck, man.
Razor-sharp.
God, it was. I even had him winning, I forget. It was fucking close.
So did I. All due respect.
I have no argument either way.
Yeah.
If you get to him, you get to Robbie, I'm down for
Carlos
either.
kind of so good, I marvel. At
Me too, man. But when I hear that, and then I look at Demian Maia salivating at the mouth to get a title shot, I'm like, I'll go with Maia. And he's won 7 in a row? 6 in a row?
5.
5? We went over this. I think you said you won 12 last time.
Yes, 15. 15 in a row. Dude.
But when I see that, I'm like, I got Demian Maia.
Wait.
Oh, and here's a stat for you.
Yeah.
In his last, I think, 3 or 4 fights, he's taken no. Well, yeah. He's taken 13 punches. Total.
That's incredible.
He all he wants to do is get a hold of you, drag you to the mat, not get any danger, choke it, you tap, we both get our paychecks, no head trauma, nothing.
Now this is an example.
Jiu-jitsu.
This is an example of what world-class grappling, like we're talking about wrestling, with Demian Maia, for me, as an untrained guy, he looks like he's doing what everybody else is doing in terms of taking your back. He's got you in a figure 4. He's putting the choke on you.
It's over.
I've seen a lot of guys do that. There's something about when he or Jacare do that, it is done.
Now,
once
you don't think Carlos Condit hired a jiu-jitsu coach to go over things?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you're facing a guy who's a master,
he's a master
in that.
Yeah.
In that fucking genre of fighting,
but as a guy who loves that, like, can you articulate the difference between when Demian Maia it gets on you and someone else does?
Yeah, because Demian Maia, when he's a master at it, anything you do, he has seen 100,000 times. And not only has he seen it, but he's seen it in high-level competition, and guys who are way better than you at jiu-jitsu do that same move. So he knows where you're going to be open, what your next move is, what your third move is, where you're going to go from here, how you're going to get out of this mount.
He might even be leading you into doing stuff.
100%. So, and there's no one there's no one in the world you can bring in who's going to go, all right, when he has your back, do 2-on-1, stand up, do that. Let me know how it goes for you. I told you he's going to get his back, he's going to choke him out. It's just what he does.
And once he gets your back, we'll see you later.
He does, yeah. See you later.